There has been a boom in luxury cars in Bharat, and that's showing in the profit and loss statements of the luxury car makers operating in India. The profits of luxury car makers selling in India have just doubled. Sales are going through the roof. We had no doubts about the Indians' ability to choice and pick the best of engineering as far as cars are concerned. But look at the way they're willing to shell out. Rakesh ji, I mean, car sales, yeah, up and down in quarters maybe, but there is actually no up and down. There is no vagarities as far as the luxury car sales in India is concerned. I remember them going through the roof even during the pandemic. There was absolutely no stopping in Indians' appetite for luxury cars.
Quite interesting. You know, the whole world looked as an extremely price-sensitive market. I don't know where all those terrorists are. They've got a long walk, it seems, and that too, it's all happening post-COVID. India is recovering. Quite seriously, I think, you know, post-COVID, very interesting trends are emerging in the market consumption scenario. It's emanating in people bypassing the small cars, people bypassing small tenements in terms of housing. So I think, people are, looking for the day that is, in terms of living for the day and not dying rich with all the money they have. They're living rich. That's one way of looking at it. The other very interesting way of looking at it is from a socio-economic, pattern change that's huge to notice to my mind, and that's across tier 2, tier 3 cities in India. Is that India was a cautious, essentially a savings economy, and now we are increasingly moving towards a debt economy where if you have to buy a luxury car, it costs X amount of money, and you don't, you have an aspiration to have it in your garage, but you don't necessarily the money to buy it. But in comes the housing, in comes the finance, ecosystem, which is out there to woo you if you have a stable income. So movement away from India being a price-sensitive market in a certain domain, and also movement into India driving increasingly from a savings to a very debt-led economy, especially among the younger audiences. So I think that's driving this great growth. And of course, there is, these are all great products and they have a global testimony. So why not enjoy them and savor the journey?
Right, and all I can think of is that it's a marker of success. I remember the Chinese economy, people in China being crazy after brands and luxury cars. It was a marker of the kind of success that their economy had, and this is another marker of the kind of success that India as an economy has been, the kind of appetite for luxury cars. Thank you, Rakesh ji, for taking time out to speak to us on that and more on this edition of Business Plus. And with that, we wrap up this particular edition of Business Plus.